The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Watch 18's the mark.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Pollard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. The man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Pollard, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 12. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On
play action. They'll throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream up right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they will be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Ingram holds it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And now look at him go.
Can't be denied, boy.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Complete.
15 yards on the play. First down.
Gain of 15.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 5. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 48 yards on the ground.
5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
He is good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Bengals nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Gets past him at the 10, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On
First down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Room past the 20. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards on the ground.
Pittsburgh.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. He was brought down by Kamu Brugier-Hill.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Working from the gun. Wentz throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. It's a clock.
On third and long, it's Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Reed. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Complete to number 8.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
The Steeler first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
4-3. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Number 9.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
For the extra point.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. 3 butt.
Now Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Keep it up. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 36, 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Bengals nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Neville Gallimore showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Ricky. Check. 42's the mark.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Pittsburgh.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
On 1st down, Wentz being chased out left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
You got to love it, baby. Give me some more.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sanders set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, 3rd down here.
Mike 42, Mike 42. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Wentz. Flushed out right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lops. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
35-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They're running it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Warriors 17. By 52.
Throw left side complete. It's Reed. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Steeler 1st down.
I'm going back to you. 52's the max. Watch me. Shit. Hurt. Here we go. Check him off. Check the call.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.